Studio check.
Frequencies check.
We are live on air.
You are listening to the In Fact Blessing the Airwaves. Take the journey into the world of sports, news, entertainment, while embracing the hottest beats on the planet. Rocking the mind, body, and with energy, electricity, and a splash of controversy. Now, without further ado, it's our pleasure to bring to you
The biggest show in the world.
The biggest show in the world.
the biggest show in the world, the SBTV Nation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the biggest show in the world. It is August 26th, 2017. We are on the verge of an epic day and night, and I've got my man, the evil genius, on the line. Dr. Dan, good morning to you. Welcome back to the party.
Oh, dude. Football and fighting.
Football
I love
fighting, kid. Unbelievable.
It's perfect for a morning that started out sub 50 degrees. It feels like fall here, and I'm ready.
Absolutely, man. Definitely. So, guys, we have college football day one today. Very excited about it. We got games all day long. We're going to be breaking those down, and we're going to be touching a little bit on some baseball, just a little bit of touch, because you know what? Some of the odds makers these days may not be paying so much attention to the baseball stuff that's going on. Dan, I would think that you would agree with me on that.
Of course. I think once football rolls around, all the book's best dudes are looking at football because that's where they're taking the chunk of their money. So you might see some baseball lines that roll around that you're like, wow, I can't believe that.
Yeah, right.
Take it.
Right, exactly. You see the Phillies favored or something like that. And then, you know what? We also have just a little fight that's going on tonight. We have Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather tonight.
Oh, dude. I don't know. I don't even know what to think. Obviously, going to be hooked into watching it like everybody else. And we'll talk about that a little later in the show. But damn, if it hasn't been hyped up.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I think they're doing a pretty damn good job of doing that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, it's going to be one of the highest grossing fights ever. So that's pretty crazy. And then, hey, just some crazy NFL news. You know, Edelman gone for the year after the preseason game. So ACL tear is confirmed. Brady's going to have to find a new favorite weapon.
Understood, man. Well, you know what? Hey, listen, New England Patriots always seem to find a way, no matter what. So
I know.
So it is what it is. I mean, they've got the luxury of being in the AFC East. So, between and guys, you know what? Listen, speaking of the NFL, Dan, I am like completely just devastated to the fact that I have Jay Cuddles as my quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
I was gonna say, it's better than Tannehill, man.
Better than Tannehill. I'm just pissed off that they're not using Matt Moore. I'm a big Matt Moore fan. Man. Matt Moore, he's a backup. He's a solid backup. But I mean, you got to remember. I mean, Cutler with this offense, I actually think could do some things. I don't think the Dolphins are going to be a great team, but I think they went out there and they did what they had to do to get a quarterback in there. I know you don't love his sourpuss constantly, like no emotion showing face, but. No, he's got emotion. He looks like
for
a dope. He just looks like a dope. Like he's like bored with like playing football.
I love it. He just he pretends not to care, but come on. And I mean, the best quote ever. Hey, I'm a quarterback. I'm basically in shape already. I love it. I absolutely love it. And look, you only got him for a year.
I know. I get
You know,
it.
it's you weren't. Look, you got to wait till Belichick and Brady retire, and then you'll have a shot at the East again.
Well, mark my words, you will not see the Mad Hatter with a Jay Cuddles jersey on. That's not gonna happen.
I feel a bet coming throughout the year. Feel a bet coming.
Well, hey, listen, you still owe me a steak dinner, brother.
I do.
I'm
and I keep
patiently waiting.
Yeah, but you with your 23 houses under construction.
I know.
Working from like 4 a.m. to 11 o'clock at night. I'll send you some Omaha steaks.
It's not that much. It's like 5:30 a.m. till like 10 at night. That's pretty much my hours. And guy, I am a true workaholic. I'm just going to put it out there and Dan works his ass off too. Listen,
it is what it is. You got to make those bills.
If you want things, and obviously you got to have the balance with the family, friends, that whole package. But if you want what you want in life, it's not going to come to you. You got to go get it and grab it by the balls. That's the only way you're going to get ahead, Dan.
100%.
100%.
100%. Life is what you make it. Look, it's. People say, "Oh, you're lucky to get opportunities." Right? No, life is only 20% the opportunities you get. It's 80% what you do with those opportunities.
Right. And the thing is that you can make a lot of mistakes in life. You know what I'm saying? Especially work wise or whatever.
I made a ton of mistakes when I was young.
Yeah,
we all did.
You just got to learn.
Doesn't mean
You just gotta
You
learn
got to
from
work
it
to come out on top
and not do the same thing twice. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Because you know what? I mean, listen, there's a lot of mistakes that I've made in my life that I'm still paying for to this day. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm going to be a better person because of it. And mistakes are only learning experiences. So don't let it drag you down. Don't let it drag you down.
And guys, everybody wants to get to the top real quick, but I will say this. 20s are for learning, 30s and 40s are for earning. Trust me, I never thought that way. And then, man, I mean, you'll make bank if you're good at what you do and you work your ass off. You will make that paper. You will make it
more, brother. All right. So, Dan, I changed the music up because I want to change the subject. Because I want to get into just real quick, guys, just real quick, because obviously we have a lot to talk about, but there is something big that did happen in the NBA. Isaiah Thomas, Crowder, and I don't remember who else off the top of my head.
Brooklyn Nets first round pick from the Celtics. And then, the center. That I can't pronounce his name.
All right. So, Kyrie goes to the Celtics. Kyrie wants to be the man, Dan.
Yeah, but dude, this trade might be voided.
I heard because of the back injuries to Isaiah's.
They're saying that Isaiah has a hip injury.
Okay.
They're saying, so here's the deal. If it's just rest and relaxation, it's not a big deal. But I guess from what I was reading, if he needs hip surgery, the comeback from that, most players aren't the same.
Really?
Yeah. So because of this, in baseball, when you're traded, the trade isn't finalized until there's a physical. In the NBA, it's a little different. They announce it and everything's good. But now, they found the hip injury. There's a good chance this trade is voided. Or if it's not voided, the other thing that might happen is Isaiah Thomas might go back to the Celtics. The Celtics might give up another one of their massive amounts of picks. That might satisfy what Cleveland wants. So, anything can happen at this point, but that's definitely out there.
Wow. That's really interesting. So, all right, well, hey, listen, that's NBA. NBA obviously has its own time to shine come November, but we got to get into some other stuff.
Yes.
I just wanted to touch on it. Listen, guys, we've been off for a while. It's great to be back. I'm happy to be sitting here talking to you, to the nation.
And that's also one of the biggest offseason trades that we've had in years.
Oh, big time. Besides, obviously, KD, going over to.
Well, but that was free agency, really. I'm talking about trades like that. Big time star trades. You don't see that a lot. You expect guys to leave in free agency these days, but.
Right on. Right on. So, all right, guys. So let's get right into it just real quick. Dan, I just want to get your thoughts on everything that's been going on as far as Major League Baseball is concerned. We're going to spend just a little bit of time on that, guys. And I didn't tell you this, Dan, but I do have a funeral that I need to go to. The mass starts at 11, so I got to cut out of here a few minutes early. It's right down the street, so it's not,
Sorry to hear about that.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a, more of a going to show support for somebody kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that I did meet a couple of times in my life. Very nice person, and obviously I'm going to support the kids and stuff like that. So,
right.
All right, man. So, where are we at as far as the Major League Baseball diamond, Dan?
The L.A. Dodgers.
L.A. Dodgers. Talk to me.
Wow. Couldn't have been more wrong about them before the season. Like I said, I thought they were going to be a good team. They're shaping up to be one of the best teams ever, right? I mean, they're on pace, I think, to win like 118 games.
Wow.
That's nuts. And then the Nationals rolling right along. And, the Cubs and the Brewers still fighting. Cardinals still there. That's the only division that's somewhat close.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the wild cards aren't really that close anymore. I mean, the Diamondbacks are 21 games back in their division, but they lead the wild card.
Awesome.
Rockies are in the second wild card, and they're 22 and a half back. Obviously, the Marlins 12 and a half back from the Nationals. So that the NL is basically locked up in the East and the West. The Central, the Cubs are 3 games up. Yep. I'm still saying that's our biggest disagreement. Still think Cubs are going to the playoffs.
I think the Cubs are going to crap the bed towards the end of the year. I do.
I don't know, man.
All right.
I don't know about that. I think the Cubs are only going to get healthier and better. I just that's my thoughts on that. And look, the Red Sox are now starting to pull away. Yeah. 4.5 up on the Yanks, 10 up on the Rays and the Orioles. The wild card in the AL is going to be interesting. The divisions, I mean, the Indians are now up 5.5 on the Twins, 7 on the Royals, and the Astros are up 12.5 on the Mariners. Red Sox Astros is still where I'm going for the ALCS. I've said that from before the season started. That's where I thought it was going to be. Indians, a little bit of a setback. Well, more than a little bit, with Andrew Miller now having the knee setback and not knowing when he's going to pitch again. So the bullpen's really hit for them. Yep. Look, I think it's going to be some interesting races on the wild card front. I think you have pretty much every team except the Athletics is still somewhat alive for it. Right. Maybe the Blue Jays, So definitely going to be some interesting races down the road. The one thing that I'm praying gets in, look, the Angels, they were 61 before the season. Let's see if they can get in.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Love to see Mike Trout in the playoffs.
That would be awesome. But, taking a look at it, it is all knotted up in the AL. So we'll see what happens as far as the wild card is concerned. I mean, yeah. I've been on the floor watching Chris Sale get knocked around by the Indians.
Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, look, every great start. Look, Bob Gibson, Sandy Koufax, those guys, they had bad games. I mean, he did get knocked around, but I wouldn't be too worried about him. Yep. Frankie, I gotta say that was the craziness with the Rich Hill with the Dodgers couldn't get him a run. He had a perfect game.
Oh yeah,
no hitter, and then gave it up, and they lose.
But the one hit, one hit, man. So, all right, brother. Well, do you have any more baseball? Anything that you're looking at today? Just to throw into some parlays or something?
To be honest, I haven't really looked through the whole card just yet. I've actually been really focusing on this college football.
I get it. And I think most people are.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's an exciting time. The one thing I will say is if you're looking for a nice play, the one thing that really jumps out to me is the Rockies are on the road today at Atlanta, but they're money line favored at plus 109.
Okay.
If you get them minus 1.5, you're gonna get some real good action on that. I don't see it. Oh, here we go. I'll tell you exactly what it is. But the action on the Rockies at minus 1.5 is plus 170.
So that's something that jumps out to me right away out of the baseball card.
Got a great offensive team on the road. You get all 9 at-bats. Could be a very good possibility.
And it's they're going against Newcomb for the Braves, who he's good, but I think the Rockies smash him.
All right. Sounds good, man. All right. So let's get right into it, Dan. We are on the verge of college football. I love that it starts now.
Oh, man, it's great.
It. It's so great, man. So I'm taking a look at the card here, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. Okay? You got 3 of them that have all double-digit favorites. You have, and you know what? I'm going to let you kick it off. So we have a 2:30 game. We've got a 3 o'clock game, 6 o'clock, 7:30, and a 10, which is awesome because that's basically going to spread your whole day out before the fight.
Oh,
so
beautiful, dude. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You go to these games, and then if you're interested at 7, you also got the Jets-Giants third preseason game where they'll play all their starters, even though you hope nobody gets hurt again. But yeah, man, the football just goes and goes today. It's awesome.
Right on. Okay, so guys, all we have is basically stuff from last year as far as statistics. Okay, what I could tell you is this: in my career of wagering on sports, I could say this much: that the first week or 2 of college football is when you have the best chances of surprises. I've seen some major shocks in these weeks because, there's really nothing statistically wise to go off of, because your no team is returning all their starters, period. It's just not happening.
Nope.
So you have a lot of intangibles, a lot of unknowns, and the odds makers also have a lot of intangibles and a lot of unknowns. So I think you could really make some money, and don't be surprised if there's an underdog that's heavy underdog that shocks the world. Just saying. Or gets murdered, one or the other. Right.
Exactly.
So, Dan, where you at here? Game 1.
All right, man. I love this game, actually.
Love this game.
Yep. So we got Oregon State coming in to Colorado State.
Okay.
Right now, I believe it's either 3 or 3.5. I have it at 3. I think Colorado State, though, look, you buy the hook because that's just what you do, but I don't think they're going to have a problem. Opening a new stadium today, all right, it's going to be a great atmosphere out there. I understand you have a Mountain West team against a Pac team, but Oregon State has not been a good Pac team.
No.
And Colorado State is returning a quarterback that threw 19 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions last year.
Okay.
They have a receiver that put up close to 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns. Another receiver that's a 700-plus yard receiver with 13 touchdowns last year. I just think that the line is only where it is because you see Mountain West at Pac or home against Pac. But this is a home team that, they did make a bowl last year. They were 7-6 against a lower echelon Pac team. This is where, I think they want to start off and get a big home win, and I think it happens.
All right. Rick Lopez is asking me if Trump is going to the Floyd Mayweather fight tonight. I wonder if he's going here.
No, he said he won't because the security be outrageous. Because he's already spent every single dollar the Secret Service had allotted for him in 4 years because the man is a buffoon. A Nazi buffoon, a fascist ass.
Oh, my God. Anyway, going into this game, Dan, like the idea of the quarterback coming back. Love the idea that Colorado State actually did their thing last year. I mean, they were above 500. They're playing a really poor Oregon State Beavers team who was 4-8 last year. That only put up 26 points a game last year. You got Colorado State that put up 35. Total offense, they were ranked 30th in the nation last year. They can only get better from there. And I can tell you this much, that last year, they were number 1 in red zone points per attempt in all of collegiate football. You know what? Being at home, only -4, money line situation. I'm with you. Let's get some Colorado State. Let's get the Rams today, Dan.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. I'm with you. I love it.
All right.
All right. So going into the next game, we've got a 6 o'clock. We got a 3 o'clock, 7:30, and 10. You got any more?
Oh, of course.
Oh, of course. Go for it.
Of course. So I guess we can jump right into Hawaii at the University of Massachusetts.
All right. Where you
now,
at there?
look, Hawaii is traveling 5,000 miles
to
get to this game.
You know what? Right. We've capitalized on this before.
Yes.
Okay.
And they've spent the last couple days in New York City. I travel a lot. I go across time zones. Sometimes, man, I don't know how you even pick it up and get on the field. The other thing is, this is actually a rematch game. UMass lost a heartbreaker, 46-40 at Hawaii last year. I think that is giving this team, the added motivation. It's opening. Like, UMass is actually going to be on TV. Everybody's going to be able to watch them. They're going to be home. They're playing a team that traveled basically across the world to get there.
Yeah.
I got to take them at -3.
Oof. I see that I have a challenge with. A 2.
I think Hawaii has like 3 or 4 turnovers today.
All right. So you got a 2-10 from last year record with the UMass Minutemen versus Hawaii, who was basically a 500 team at 7-7. UMass just got dominated in everything last year, Dan. Defensively, they gave up 452 yards a game last year. I don't know. This is an ugly, nasty game. I wish you the best of luck, and I will be playing cheerleader for you. I promise you that. But
all right.
I don't care how much I chase during the day. I will not play this game, period. It's just not happening. So, but you know what? I'll be watching it for you, though. I'll be watching it because you know what? I want to get a look at everything and see what's happening. So, guys, for me, no interest. UMass -3, under over 61.5.
Put up 80 last year. This was the last game of the season last year. The teams combined for 86 points and 938 yards with 48 first downs.
Interesting. So what are you looking at? You telling me there's going to be a lot of fireworks here?
I think there is. I don't know. It's going to be a beautiful day for football up here, in the Northeast. I think, when you travel, I think it's more defense that's affected, right? Because like the offense, you're running plays, like they're scripted plays. The defense is more like reactionary, right? And when you're tired and your brain might not be thinking right. So I think it could be a big shootout.
Okay. Well, you know what? You are on the same page as my man Joe Everett here. He's taking the over 60. He said last year the game was 46-40 and neither team can stop the run. That was like their one that was their one actually decent game because these teams don't put up a lot of points. Last year UMass 23 points a game, ranked 110th in all of collegiate football. I'm going on last year's stuff, guys, but you know what? Obviously that's all we have to work with right now. But hey, Dan, good luck.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Looking at another game here that a lot of people are high on South Florida.
Oh, yeah.
And they're playing San Jose State, and they're giving 22 points. This, my friends, is a home team underdog on primetime. Being San Jose State.
San Jose.
All right, Dan, are you playing this game?
Of course.
All right, of course. South Florida last year put up almost 44 points a game. They were 11-2. They were 7-1 in conference play. Ranked 19th at the end. Have some people returning this year. Looks like this team is a lot of people are high on the South Florida team.
And I understand. Well, I expect them to win their conference, man. They got to win. They got to win the Big East, right? Quentin Flowers at quarterback. I love this kid. 2,800 yards, almost 63% completion percentage, 24 touchdowns to 7 picks.
Unbelievable.
That's nuts. And, when you look back at the competition, they did play a bunch of good teams. I mean, you look, this kid's putting up 50s and 40s every week. So look, I think this is a team that should have high expectations. Their receiving core is unbelievable. They have 3 receivers that might go to the NFL. And you're talking about South Florida here, right? And look, their defense needs to be a little better, but I really do think South Florida blows out San Jose State.
All right. Well, you're taking a look at this here. South Florida to win the American Conference this year is minus 185. Not a bad bet. Not a bad bet at all.
Yeah.
So, and I'm taking a look at the rest. And guys, I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting flooded with sports books calling me. They're calling me
dude,
nonstop, man. I'm like,
texting me,
relax,
dude. You getting this stuff in the mail?
Oh, dude, I get it all, man. I get it all. They're dying. They're dying because I don't know if I think I've mentioned this time and time again, but I play on several different books. That's just the way I roll. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to shop my lines. It's the best thing for me to do personally. It's the best thing, honestly, that I think in 20 years of doing this, I could tell you, and I preach it all the time. But there's a couple that I haven't played on in a while, and they want me back.
Oh, dude, you should have seen the offer I got from one the other day, and I really considered it because I'm like, but it's such a shady book that I was like,
Yeah. Just feel free to hit us up on a DM too, and we could tell you the ones that we don't really care for that much.
Yes.
All right. So taking a look at that, so you think South Florida blows the doors off of San Jose State? San Jose State was 4-8 last year. Strength of schedule was 85th. Ugh.
I know a lot of people like the San Jose State plus 22. I mean, I have USF at minus 21. I think they put up like 55 points today.
Money line, San Jose State, baby.
Hey, it is college football.
Hey,
by the way,
what?
I am going extremely light on all these plays opening week.
Oh,
you
have to.
Nuts on
yeah,
this.
you absolutely have
I'm
to.
just having fun with opening week, guys.
All right. South Florida to win that conference, I think, is a really strong play, though.
It's a great play.
I think that's. I think I'm going to take that. I think I'm going to parlay that with a couple of other propositions before these go. All right. So looking at the rest of the card here, we've got 2 more games. Both of them are very, very heavy favorites. You got Stanford giving 30.5 to Rice.
In Australia.
In Sydney, Australia. Any interest there?
You know, it's funny. I almost like Rice plus the 30.5, but I'm not going to take it. I mean, like, you're traveling to Australia. I don't know. I mean, Rice is not terrible.
I know.
You know, but I'm not going to.
I get it.
I'm not going to do it.
And the other one we got on the ticket here is Portland State at BYU. BYU minus 33.5.
BYU is one of those teams that plays up or down to the competition.
Okay.
You know, plus 33.5 on Portland State. Money line Portland State, baby.
Money line. I don't even have any. I don't even have any stats on Portland State from last year, brother. BYU
parlay Portland State money line and Rice money line.
There we go. Plus 4,000 and
you hit that. You're retiring.
Oh, you know what? What's strange is that you have 22 points for San Jose State, yet it's only plus 1,100 for the money line. Interesting. What if we just do a dollar parlay and do those 3 underdogs all money line and see what happens? If they're all close games, then you're just hedge and you basically can cash your check for the entire year with that one play. Not that that's going to...
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's not hitting, but, you know.
Oh, no.
One of them.
Right, exactly. I mean, let's just say... So you have a plus 1,100, you have a plus 7,500, and what's the other one here? Plus 4,000, right? All right.
So if you put $100 on that,
if you would put $100 on that, you, my friends, would make $3.7 million.
You'd be like Mavis who hit the Powerball.
Hey, dude, listen, $1 is 37 grand.
F it. Put it
They're-
on. I mean,
they're-
I'll put $10
I'll put
on
10
it.
bucks on it, right?
370,000.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I mean, I'll
10
piss away $10.
Yeah,
I
why
don't care.
not? Because but you got to be strong with your live lines though. You got to really kind of figure this out.
I would care for $10. I have pissed away $10. I mean, come on,
Dude, that's it. I can get maybe a half a drink in New York.
I
for
know,
10
right?
bucks.
Seriously, it's like you can get the whiskey, but not the Coke.
I could get a beer for $10 in New York.
For $10 at Citi Field, you could. I don't know about Yankee Stadium. I think it's 12.
Well, I think it's going to be like that at Electric Zoo next weekend. I'm going to Electric Zoo.
Oh God!
Yes.
Don't die.
I'm going to see Above and Beyond, Boris, Victor Calderon. Who else is going to be there? Danny Tenaglia. Bunch of big DJs. So I will be in New York City next weekend celebrating my anniversary. And the cool thing about my bride is she's letting us do our anniversary at Electric Zoo for one day. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. That's going to do it for collegiate football. Now, I think it's about that time, Dan.
We talking about fighting? We talking about the Yankees
think
fight?
we need to have a conversation about what we got going on tonight. Because, guys, the time has come. We're less than 24 hours away. We're actually, 13 hours away from this? Because it's probably going to go on about around midnight.
Yeah, midnight 1 Eastern.
Right on. And, Dan, let's go, guys. Dan, what are you doing for the fight tonight?
Oh man, I'm probably gonna have one of my brothers over and just keep it low key and probably just order and spend $100 on pay-per-view because I'm a donkey. But I got basically a movie theater in my house, so it's worth it. And I'm look, I'm gonna take the kids out early, get everything done, get them all tired out, right?
Oh,
play with them all day, and then when college football starts, I'll be good to go. And then just stay up and get drunk on my couch and watch that fight.
There you go.
Because the
brother.
thing is, I don't know if it's gonna be that long of a fight.
Oh, all right. So here's where I'm at with this thing. Okay, first things first. Guys, I'm just going to put this out there. You have a boxer who is basically one of the best fighters in the world, pretty much. I think we can all agree on that, even though he's a cocky asshole. Excuse my language, but he is. He is, all right? But, Money Mayweather is absolutely... He's a great fighter.
He's really good at beating up women, he's really good at fighting women.
And he's good at dancing. He
He
loves to dance around the ring and win by decision.
Yes.
So the thing is that I'm looking at this, and obviously, guys, you have a boxer versus a guy that now boxes in an octagon and stuff like that, but never actually stepped in a ring in front of people just to use his hands. So you're basically taking one of the best, if not the best in the world, versus somebody that's never had this experience before.
It is pretty crazy. And, one thing I do have to touch on, though, that weigh-in was insane.
I
even
saw
the
bits
weigh-in
and
was
pieces
crazy.
of it.
Dude, all I'm saying is, Conor McGregor walks out there in, little-ass underwears with just, his junk fully displayed.
Yeah, that's what he does, man.
And and then you had the dude, the chairman, swear at Floyd Mayweather because he wouldn't stay still on the weigh-in scale. But that's a big thing to me. There's 4 pounds. There's a 4-pound difference here.
Sure, definitely.
So,
all right. So I'm taking a look at this here, and obviously, guys, I do not think that Conor McGregor will win this fight. I just don't think he has a chance. And I'm a big underdog player, and I do actually have a real stupid bet going. That's like a parlay chain that pays bananas, and it does have McGregor winning, just in case. But I don't think it's going to happen.
You take McGregor to win by knockout, and then you take Mayweather to win by decision. for much more for bigger money. You almost arbitrage
I
it.
like that. I think that's a really intelligent wager, Dan. But,
Yeah.
you know what we can do too? You could always add that to the underdog parlay in collegiate football.
I could. The only thing that scares me, and I don't know, man, I've been watching a lot of stuff, and I read some things from like the League of Ring Physicians.
Yeah.
Like all the doctors and stuff that are involved with boxing. And almost all 100 of them said that they would not have sanctioned this fight. Because it is, I mean, look, for as much as I hate Floyd Mayweather, he's one of the best boxers of all time.
Right.
And even though he's 40, this is not, that'd be like, we would think it was crazy if Floyd Mayweather was all of a sudden fighting UFC style, right?
I agree with you.
Right.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I'm a little concerned because I just hate Mayweather and I don't want to see him knock out McGregor. I'm just starting to wonder if we're all just getting the wool pulled over our eyes. And this is going to be like just a quick Mayweather knockout, even though that's the last thing I want to see. But I'm just starting to wonder if the hook has just been put in our mouth. The hype machine's been going. They want to sell the fight. I still remember when they hyped that Tyson fight against, what was it, the big white dude, Gouliot or whatever, back in the 90s. And my dad paid like $50 for that pay-per-view and it was over in like 8 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me you don't think that could happen.
Oh, I think 100% that could happen. And as a matter of fact, I'd like to kind of back myself up with a prop that does happen, just in case. So this way I'm not so I'm happy when that happens.
Yeah, what, Mayweather in the first?
Mayweather in the first. Let's see. McGregor knocks down Mayweather in round 1. No, we don't want that one. That one's plus 1350. But I'd like to get like an under/over as far as like the seconds. Here we go.
I might take a Mayweather in the first 4 as my arbitrage against the McGregor knockout.
Okay, I got Mayweather wins in the first 60 seconds plus 4,000.
Yeah, no, that's not I mean, here's the thing, because here's the thing. What McGregor's doing as well is also brilliant because he's trying to get Mayweather so crazed that he doesn't box his match. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, that's the only way McGregor wins is, basically by being basically a racist, by basically just completely drilling him every chance he gets. Everything is about getting into Mayweather's mind and hoping that Mayweather comes out and completely changes his style and actually tries to hurt McGregor. Look, Mayweather's biggest strength, like you said, is his dancing, right? Mm-hmm. He's able to move defensively. He's quick. If he comes out and actually tries to go punch for punch, McGregor will knock his ass out.
Well, you know what? I could tell you this much, that somebody gave me like some interesting information yesterday. That it was an interesting opinion. And he was like, listen, he's like, you got to remember something about this Irish guy, talking about McGregor, obviously, that he's used to getting kicks, knees, bare hands to the face.
Right.
So boxing gloves, it's going to take a lot to knock him out. So
yeah, but the other thing you got to remember is it also reduces punching power. So.
Oh, yep. Okay.
So you don't know if that'll affect McGregor on that end as well, right?
Right.
But here's something. If we're talking conspiracy theories, because I tend to agree with you. Here's the thing. McGregor hasn't fought a UFC fight since what? It was like November of 2016, even before then? Something. I can't remember his last UFC fight. You're telling me he's been boxing that whole time, and I know, like, I'm not saying like you could become Floyd Mayweather in 8 or 9 months, but I also don't think he's going to look as bad as people think he is.
Okay, got
and
it.
I don't disagree with you, man. I mean, look, you get kneed in the head a few times in your career. What's a boxing glove?
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, you know what? I think that I just think that the quick hands, like nobody fights like that in the UFC. Like real fast, you know what I'm saying? And with the real fast dancing around, like this style is something that he hasn't seen before. So yeah. Obviously they've been watching a lot of tape probably of each other, I would assume. So I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go with just a crazy, just a crazy stupid. Like I've already got it locked in with McGregor winning. Obviously, it's a real big long shot. I don't think he's gonna win the fight, guys. But you know what? Hey, I did it. But I do think I don't know if this is gonna go a decision. Usually they do. I'm stumped here. I don't really have anything great as far as the props.
Yeah, because I'm normally I could see it one way or the other. There's just so many unknowns here that I feel like anybody that's unloading on this fight, I don't know. I mean, unless you're doing one of the Dreams famous wagers and just taking it straight up at minus 550 with Mayweather winning.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I actually don't think that's that terrible of a play.
No,
I just, and then because you could easily just take, McGregor to win by knockout at like plus 500 or whatever to cover that.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm gonna do a few small like I said, maybe Mayweather in 4, McGregor by knockout, something like that, but. I'm not going to go crazy on this.
All right.
I want to see Miguel Cabrera fight Floyd Mayweather.
And then let's see. Mayweather wins inside the distance is minus 158. Oh, man. I would be so mad at myself if it didn't, though, if I took that play. Because, you know how he does. Likes to dance around. But McGregor doesn't. So we'll see.
When does the undercard start?
Oh, the undercard, I think, starts at 8 o'clock.
Does it?
Yeah. Big 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Ooh, 7 o'clock Eastern.
So you're going to have 6 hours boxing, brother.
Yep. So yeah, hit up the other combat sports guys for the other fights because I'm not even going to start to give opinions on that.
All right. And Justin Hernandez is telling me to take Mayweather by decision. Yeah, it's probably going to. I can tell you this much, though, guys. Just put this in your pipe and smoke it for a minute. McGregor wins. You know you're going to have the rematch.
Well, that's the other thing that I've heard.
just
is
saying.
That if you want to really go conspiracy theory, okay, think about this, Hat. Mayweather's making how much? Is it $100 million on this fight?
Yeah, I think they both do. Yeah.
They both make $100 million. Okay. If there's a rematch, there'll be. I was told it's already like, if there's a loss, it's already like contractually obligated, and they'd each make another $100 million.
Not bad.
So here's the thing. Maybe, I mean, and this is getting like, but I'm not saying that Mayweather's going to lose. But if this fight maybe doesn't even go the distance, but it goes and it's like a decent fight. And, if McGregor even puts a few licks on him, there will be a rematch.
Unbelievable, man, how that's going to go. But
yeah, unless maybe Pacquiao beats Joe Horn.
Yeah,
and
right.
then they do like a Pacquiao-Mayweather rematch.
There you go.
Again.
All right, Dan. All right, brother. Well, listen, I gotta take off because I gotta get to a funeral that we had talked about earlier. So, hey guys, great to be back, man. Great show. Great show, Dan. So, we'll get back to you as far as when we're returning here. Dan's gonna be doing doing a little bit of traveling. Obviously, I'm working like a dog. The Dream is doing his own thing. He's rocking and rolling as well. He'll be back on with us shortly as well. And we got to get ready for football. So what do you got to do to close out of here, brother?
Hey, man, just super excited for football to start. We'll obviously, I know Hat's down. We're going to be doing daily fantasy.
Yes.
From week 1 this year.
Yes.
From week 1. So
week 1.
Look out for that. I know Hat will tweet out all the details as soon as we start setting that up. But, yeah, man, just, hey, enjoy the start to college football. Also, everybody out in the Texas area, be safe. Be safe. Yes. It's crazy out there. I've seen some videos. Don't get killed by no hurricanes.
Right on.
Thank you.
All right. Sounds good. All right, guys, we love you to death. We enjoy what we do, and we are happy to be back and looking forward to a fantastic football season and looking forward to making a lot of money all at the same time. We love you to death. Do whatever it is you got to do whatever it is you want to do in life and get that money. Let's go.
Peace.